Los Picos de Europa. Mountains I didn't even know existed were now right in front of us. With the primary goal of France as the destination, the only thing we could decide is whether or not to take the 4-hour detour and take a look. Our decision is obvious, isn't it?
Two things are really sure on this trip. We find the places that are really beautiful, and then the weather really isn't on our side. So this is Posada de Valdeón, and it's within the Los Picos de Europa National Park here in northern Spain. It is a beautiful road to drive. It is a beautiful scenery all around. And as you can see, we don't see a whole lot of it. But we had to do this like 4-ish hour detour, because if you're here and you're not doing it, like, it's one of those, how could you not just do it? Plus, it's like we're the only car here. Like, look, there's nothing here. And the way the locals look at us when we drive up that road, it's always a sight to behold, because just people tend to freeze in their path, like freeze solid. They have no control over their facial muscles when they see something that is this unlikely to go to this location at this time of year. It's just so beautiful. And now I'm going to close the doors because it's going to rain inside.
What we actually encountered was snow. I thought we had already surpassed the highest point when entering Posada de Valdeón, but as it turns out, I was wrong. And even if you're going south, you need winter tires in March. As we progressed, we obviously declined in height, and snow, unfortunately, turned back into rain. Ultimately, we even got some sunshine. As fun as all of those mountain back roads are, you don't really do any distance. And we still had to go into France that day to have any chance of staying on schedule. After all, unfortunately, this is the way home. With the weather turning about 7 or 8 different times just along the slog of the motorway, we finally ended up at what I had booked for the night. A treehouse. Kinda. In hindsight, I also realize that day was a window into our future and what kind of adventure would still be coming.
I'd like to clarify something. This would happen with or without camera. Very, very important. We are really the kind of people that do this. We just happen to have a lot of, cameras around. It's funny, it's clearing up and also raining more. The curious case of the mountains. Thanks, by the way, for all the nice recommendations in this area from locals. For some reason, every time I post a story, even though I don't clarify the location, people seem to know exactly where it is, and then they recommend us a ton of stuff that we don't even have time to visit. So I'm sorry to do injustice to this region, but I'm also very grateful for the really nice people that we may or may not meet somewhere down the line. I should have done this with this view. Would have a lot more impact. Ooh. If I tuck the wall really tightly, I don't get rained on. but it's like, it's a millimeter perfect kind of game. I think I should put a microphone on this. The fork. Oh, the rain, the rain, the rain, the rain, the rain, the rain. The rain is coming from the back, so if I open the door and stay below, like, to this side of the roof line, I'm like perfect. Let's do a little, let's do a little shrimp test. And we thought about camping tonight. I'm kind of happy we didn't. We didn't do it. Also, there's another tidbit about you know, cooking on the road. It's be creative. Yeah, be creative, but that's not the point that I was trying to make. The point that I was trying to make, the light this direction is better. The point I was trying to make is, if you're on the road, bring camping supplies. You might never need them, but every time we check into an Airbnb, a hostel, whatever we do that isn't a tent, we have everything we need to survive. No matter what's missing, we have it, including, but not limited to, a sharpener for the knives. Or, in this particular case, we have a secondary stove. Grill. Damn, how is that thing called?
Cooker?
Cooker!
Stove?
It's a cooker. I think stove is actually correct, yes. So yeah, bring camping supplies. Because I think in this particular house thingy, it's going to be cold. And we have sleeping bags, so we just don't care. We can just not care about it. The only thing we don't have is glasses, which is why we're drinking wine out of these. The rain is getting worse. I don't know if you can hear that or see it, but it's really getting worse. Okay, I think I need to actually do something now. Ooh.